I get asked a lot about how a person can start a business and how they can become an entrepreneur when they have absolutely nothing. Is it education? What is it that they need in order to get their start? One of the most common and most overlooked things that is in your arsenal of tools and an asset that's underutilized is your own character. Your character matters in a startup environment, and it matters if you want to get investors or anybody behind your idea. I can't tell you how many people I meet who don't think about those kinds of things and have cut corners in their life and then expect to be able to raise money somehow through investors. They don't have a lot of confidence in these individuals' ability to do what they say they're going to do. And so it's very important to you to always be thinking about how you're perceived by others, and don't try and sugarcoat something. Don't pretend you're something you're not, and have great character. This means being known for being honest, having some integrity, showing up for work, working hard, putting in that extra time, being thoughtful of others, being courteous, all those things that you heard about when you were growing up. You might think, oh, that just doesn't matter, and I can be abusive to people, I can blow people off when I want, not show up for lunch, not care, little things like that, tiny little things. But those things add up. People are still impacted by your behavior, and so you have to think about that at all times. Even in my case, when I might be mad at somebody over something, I've got to think about how that impacts them and me, and what my reputation is going forward. You have to always be thinking about those things. But earn a real reputation. Don't try and put lipstick on a pig by being something that you're not. And so when an investor invests in you, they're investing in the character of the person who has the idea. And so you want to be that individual that they're willing to bank on. This means exceeding their expectations at every turn, doing a good job, working hard, all those little things that you heard about growing up that you thought, they aren't that important. They're very important, especially when you're starting with nothing. You have nothing else. You don't have money. You don't have a lot of resources at your disposal. The one thing you have is your character. And so it's important that you preserve it, that you protect it, and that you always do the right thing no matter what. This means you do have to work a little harder than the other. You do have to bring your best self forward at all times. That's not always easy. You're going to be tired, you're going to be grumpy, you're going to be all kinds of things. But those little things make all the difference in the world. Now, imagine that you want to buy a business and you want to buy it on contract terms where you're asking the seller of the business to, in essence, bank on you. If you have good character, you're more likely to get them to buy off on that notion of you taking over the business and making payments over time if they believe in you. And so you don't want to become the world's best actor and try and con them into it. You should have a body of evidence in the work that you've previously undertaken that shows that you can actually perform. This is so critical. You do that, you're much more likely to be successful. In fact, it will accelerate your success throughout your life. It's a small thing, but I'm giving you this tip because it can save you a lot of heartache when you're rejected again and again and unable to raise money for that idea that you had. It becomes infinitely easier when you're somebody that people can bank on. This is why, in part, Ivy League schools are given so much credit, because they think, well, if you work that hard to go to a great school, you therefore must have the character behind it. So if you haven't gone to one of those schools, you don't have any other evidence other than the things that you've done and accomplished throughout your life. So having good references, people who are willing to stand behind you and bet on you, maybe even invest some money in you, all of those things coming from having that solid character. I can't emphasize it enough. It's the one place you can get started at a very young age and start building those skills. So thank you again very much for watching, and until next time, thanks. Bye. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to follow us and know where we are, you can find us in a bunch of places. We're on middlerock.com, which is our website. Up at the top, you'll see things for upcoming Zoom events that you can participate in. We bring in other speakers and we talk about entrepreneurship. You can also find me on Tom on Entrepreneurship on Quora, as well as Tom Nault on Quora. I also have a personal website, tomnault.com. You can find there, but I don't talk about business as much. So you can find us in all of those different places. And so we hope to hear from you. Write us, let us know what you think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell when the next one is coming up so that you're notified. And thank you very much for being here.